In June of 2025, 5 of us spent 3 days and 2 nights hiking a Semi-Pemi loop in New Hampshire's White Mountains. We covered 34 miles and gained over 7,500 feet of elevation on our journey. We camped at 13 Falls Tentsite and Guyot shelter. This was a challenging trip with rain and high winds in the first and last day, but fortunately we retreated to a warm and sunny day in the middle of our adventure. This is episode 1, difficult water crossings, rain, and high winds.
16.96.
16.96. Wow.
It's pretty light.
That's light. You might win the prize today.
Yeah.
33.58.
33.5.
36.8.
36. Ooh. So far, the winner.
I think 27.62.
Oh, wait a minute. Your straps are on the ground. All right. I'm not going to beat Stephanie, but I got 23.5.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Damaged by high water in 2011, this high bank has eroded. For safety, the trail has been moved away from the river for a short distance. We're 1.5 miles in, just past the Acesso trailhead. That's where the full Pemi goes. If you're interested in seeing a full Pemi loop, take a look on my playlist. I've got that from a couple years ago. That was a pretty cool trip. Today we're doing a Semi-Pemi, which is going to get us to Owl's Head. We're going to stay at 13 Falls tonight, and then we're going to stay at Guyot tomorrow night. We started our hike on the Lincoln Woods Trail. This flat, straight trail was once the main line of the East Branch and Lincoln Railroad. As we walk these first 3 miles, we'll see remains of the railroad, including railroad ties, bridge work, abutments, culverts, and even lengths of rail. Considering the railroad was last operated in 1948, we'll see lots of remnants today and on our return on the final day. This modern footbridge rests on the piers and abutments of the former railroad trestle number 7. The logging railroad named its trestles based on the nearby logging camps. If you're interested in learning more about the East Branch and Lincoln Railroad remnants, I recommend the work of Aaron Paul Donovan. And for more on the history of the railroad, I recommend the books written by Bill Gove. Links to these sources are provided in the description below. The Lincoln Woods Trail ends at the Pemigewasset Wilderness area boundary. From here there are 2 trails, the Franconia Brook Trail and the Bondcliff Trail. On day 1 we'll take the left and follow the Franconia Brook Trail, and on day 3 we'll return via the Bondcliff Trail. You may ask yourself, what is a Semi-Pemi? The classic Pemi loop is roughly a 30-mile loop that encircles the Pemigewasset Wilderness, often including 8 or more of the 4,000-foot peaks in the White Mountains. The Semi-Pemi is a variation on that, which goes up or down via the middle, eliminating the mountains on the east or west side of the wilderness. Our version skipped Franconia Ridge, which we did in our full Pemi in July of 2022. I put a link to that playlist in the video description below. The Franconia Brook Trail largely follows the Franconia branch of the East Branch and Lincoln Railroad. Now we're 5 miles in and we're just starting the Lincoln Brook Trail on our way to Owl's Head. The EMC's White Mountain Guidebook warns that several of the water crossings on the Lincoln Brook Trail may be dangerous in high water. The previous nights and today's rains gave us all reason for concern. After half a mile of hiking, the Lincoln Brook Trail joins a logging railroad spur that once crossed Franconia Brook here from Camp 9. This looks like a wet crossing for sure. This was our first difficult and potentially dangerous water crossing of the day.
Oh wow, Stephanie's up to her thighs right there. Go on the other side of the tree.
Once we crossed the brook, we found some really cool logging artifacts.
Yeah, it looks like it's a bit narrower over there.
Only a half a mile from the crossing of Franconia Brook, we came to our second difficult and potentially dangerous water crossing of the day. This time we were crossing the Lincoln Brook. As the trail follows Lincoln Brook on a long northward arch, we are treated to views of several attractive cascades. While I hesitate to call it a lunch break, we quickly downed sustenance while standing. After crossing Liberty Brook, I passed through a muddy area with railroad ties. This was formerly Camp 12 and the end of the East Branch and Lincoln Railroad's Lincoln Brook branch. Owl's Head Path is an unofficial, unmaintained trail that ascends the west side of Owl's Head via a slide. Owl's Head is 4,025 feet tall, making it number 43 on New Hampshire's tallest 48 4,000 footers. Owl's Head gets its name from the peak on the south end of the mountain. In the early 1900s, there were logging camps on both sides of Owl's Head. Camps 9, 10, 12, and 13 along Franconia Brook, and camps 11 and 12 along Lincoln Brook. Although we had our concerns with wet and slippery rocks and wind gusts of up to 45 miles per hour, we decided to give it a go. As we climbed and reached the rocky and exposed slide section, the view opened up and we could see the lower parts of Franconia Ridge. Unfortunately, the openness of the slide provided no protection from the ever-increasing wind and rain. About 1/3 of the way up, the group became uncomfortable and decided to turn around and forego the summit. As I've said before, the mountain will be here next time and we can come back and hike it another day. The trail north of Owl's Head sees far less traffic. The southern portion of the Lincoln Brook Trail is popular with people who are peak bagging Owl's Head. However, most turn around and head back to Lincoln Woods Trail after summiting. Must have been washed downstream. We continued our steady climb to the height of land at 3,200 feet in elevation before beginning our descent to Franconia Brook. You gonna jump across that?
Just get it.
The name 13 Falls can be misinterpreted as a location with 13 falls. However, it is named after East Branch and Lincoln's Camp Number 13. On old maps, it is designated as Camp 13 Falls. We just crossed the river here, just above 13 Falls, or the big drop on 13 Falls. Yet another water crossing. We've had an awful lot of water crossings today. Our fourth and final difficult and potentially dangerous water crossing of the day was crossing the main branch of the Franconia Brook at 13 Falls. The remote 13 Falls tent site is located near the junction of the Franconia Brook, Lincoln Brook, and Twin Brook trails in the heart of the Pemigewasset Wilderness. There are 9 tent pads available, as well as 2 bear boxes, composting privy, and a dishwashing area. The fee of $15 per person per night is collected by the seasonal caretaker or placed in a self-service cash box in the off-season. After setting up my tent, I went about collecting water and preparing dinner. What do you guys got tonight?
So, pesto pasta.
Cool.
I've had this before. Drunken noodles. Oh, that's Thai food.
And creme brulee for dessert.
Oh, nice.
We're eating good.
Enjoy it.
On day 1, we hiked 12.5 miles, gaining 2,500 feet of elevation, 300 of which was on our Owl's Head attempt. Well, that's going to wrap up day 1. I think we did around 13 miles. We didn't make it up to Owl's Head. We went about 1/3 of the way up. It was really windy up there and wet. We did so many water crossings, it's unbelievable. I don't even know if I can count them. And some of them were pretty challenging. I can't count the number of times I slipped today. The sun came out at the end of the day, so that's kind of cool. Looking forward to tomorrow, hiking up on the ridge, and hopefully the weather will be a little bit better than it was today. Join us for the next episode where we enjoy sunny views on the ridge and summit 3 of New Hampshire's 48 4,000 footers. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.